of the mental load actually thrives in the darkness. The moment you name it, the moment you speak it out loud, it starts to lose that power over you. Welcome back to Ascend and Ignite. It's me, Shannon, and I am so glad that you're here because today's episode is personal. It's deep, and I will tell you it's long overdue. So we are going to actually be talking about something that I guarantee that you have carried, something that I personally have carried for many, many years, something that quietly actually held me back and holds so many high-achieving women back without them even realizing it. We're talking about the mental load, the invisible weight, the pressure, the constant checklists running through your mind from the moment you wake up to the moment you collapse onto your pillow at night. And I want to start by saying you are not alone. You are not broken. You are not weak. And no, you don't just need better time management. I hear that a lot. Just get a new planner. Just schedule things out better. No, you don't need better time management. You've actually been conditioned to believe that you must carry it all in order to be successful, or in order to get the accolades, or in order to be recognized for everyone. And I'm here to help you change that. So friend, grab your coffee or your glass of wine, whatever you would prefer. Maybe even go for a walk while you listen to this one, because this conversation is actually going to be the one that you come back to time and time and time again when you need the reminder. Let's start off by defining the mental load. All those never-ending lists that are in your mind every single day. It's the grocery list, the school sign-up sheet, the appointment reminders, the client project that's overdue, the birthday gift that you forgot to buy, the email you meant to reply to, the 2 a.m. wake-up panic because of something you forgot that was major. The mental load is not just a to-do list. It's the emotional weight of thinking, of planning, of preparing, of remembering, of coordinating, and of worrying about everyone else. And here's the kicker. Nobody else sees it. This is your mental load. I used to wake up already exhausted every freaking day. Long before my feet hit the floor, I'd lay there in bed thinking about work projects, client meetings, kid activities, laundry, dinner, the bills, the text that I forgot to reply to, and on and on and on. I would carry those lists all day long. That mental load feels like you're juggling these glass balls, and any time one of them would drop, they would shatter something important in your life. You're in constant anticipation mode. Your nervous system is always on, and that creates chronic stress, which leads to burnout. And yet we just keep going because society applauds women who do it all. She's so successful. How does she get it all done? She does everything. She's a mom. She's a wife. She's at the top of the corporate ladder. She's going back to school. She does it all. So I want to stop right here, and I want to say, you don't have to do it all. You were never meant to do it all. So take a breath. Think about what's on your lists. What's on the ones specifically for today? What are you carrying right now that no one else even knows about? You're probably nodding your head right now because this is hitting you. So stay with me. I want to talk about how that mental load, how those multiple lists are actually holding you back. So let's go deeper. You've probably already normalized this, right? You tell yourself, I just have to get through this week, or it's just a busy season. I used to say those same things over and over and over again, but the busy season, it never ended. It became my life. It became my new normal. And I didn't even realize how much that mental load was impacting every single area of my life until my body finally forced me to stop. So here's how that mental load holds you back. First, it drains your focus. Your attention is now divided between 15 tasks and 27 reminders. You can't be fully present with your family, with your clients, or even with yourself. You might be physically there, and I know you can relate to this, and I'm sorry for that. You're physically there, but mentally you are halfway through your to-do list. Second, it actually sabotages your energy. So that mental exhaustion actually turns into physical exhaustion. You start the day already tired. You grab caffeine to push through. Then you crash. You try to sleep because of all those lists. Your brain never turns off. Third, it keeps you stuck in survival mode. You stop dreaming. You stop setting big goals. You tell yourself you just have to make it through. Fourth, it affects your confidence. You forget things. you drop balls, you miss deadlines, then you beat yourself up. You say, if I were like her, I would be able to handle this better. If I had the support, I could do these things. Friend, you were never supposed to. I remember the exact day that I had finally hit my breaking point. And now I had hit multiples throughout my years, but finally I had hit that breaking point. I had just come out of back-to-back meetings. I rushed to grab my son from practice. I got home to an exploding inbox and I burned dinner. I sat on the kitchen floor and I cried. Not because of the dinner though, but because I felt like I was failing at everything. The weight of trying to hold it all together finally freaking crushed me. That was the moment of truth. I realized I had two choices. I can keep pushing through and I can destroy my health. I can destroy my relationships, my joy, or I can make radical changes. So you may be at that breaking point too, or maybe you're inching your way toward it. Either way, there is another way to move forward. You don't have to stay stuck in this endless cycle just because society tells you you should. You can reset. You can reclaim your energy, your time, and your joy. And in doing so, you'll reclaim your relationships, your work, your career, the positivities in your life. So in this next section, I'm actually going to share why we never talk about this and why so many women are suffering in silence. Now let's talk about the silence. Why do we rarely even name the mental load, let alone ask for help with it? The answer is because it's invisible. The world only sees what gets done. They don't see the 50 decisions that you made. They don't see the mental gymnastics that you perform daily to keep everything in your life, in your career, in your household running. And because they don't see it, they don't understand it, which means they can't help carry it for you. We've actually been conditioned as a society to keep the wheels turning without complaining. We've been taught to value being busy. We've been celebrated, right? Because we're Superwoman. We can do it all. But we silently suffer because of it all. I remember once sitting in a leadership meeting at work, pretending to be 1000% focused. Like, I am here. I got this. Well, inside my mind, I was remembering to order cupcakes for my daughter's birthday. I was needing to, reschedule the dentist. I forgot to reply to that client proposal. I need to stop for gas on the way home. Nobody else in that room knew I was juggling all of this because I was physically present. But I was juggling everything. And I know you've been there too. Here's the truth. Strength is not about carrying it all. Strength is knowing when you can finally say, I can't do this alone. I need help. The weight of the mental load actually thrives in the darkness. The moment you name it, the moment you speak it out loud, it starts to lose that power over you. We're not weak for asking for help. You are not selfish for protecting your energy. You are not failing for needing and defining your boundaries. You are human. You deserve peace. You deserve support. You deserve to feel light again. So in the next section, I am going to share the exact step that I use to lighten my load, the strategies that I teach my client, and how I biohacked my energy back. So stay with me. We're just getting to the good part. Okay, friends. So here is where the shift actually happened. First thing that I did, I named it. I sat down, I wrote everything out that I was carrying in my mind. It was a mental dump. The invisible became visible. And the simple act of just pen to paper writing it down started to release its power over me. The second thing I did, I set boundaries. I had to learn the power of saying no without guilt. And I'm not gonna lie, I practiced it a few times in the mirror and I looked really silly. And my husband walked in on me one time when I was practicing saying no, and he giggled at me. And I looked at him and he asked me a question and I said no. I confidently said no. Now I probably said yes later because I was probably not supposed to say no to that because it was probably a good thing. But regardless, I had practiced so many times in that mirror that I confidently and powerfully said no. Think of those kind of things like practice makes perfect, right? I know we're not going for perfection, but saying no and saying no without guilt is something that you do need to practice on a daily basis, no matter how silly you look. I had to start asking for help. And this is very, very hard to this day for me because I had grown up strong, independent. I have everything figured out. I can do it all. I'm not Superwoman. I do need to ask for help. And I had to realize that leadership doesn't mean that I have to do it all alone. I can delegate. And then the third thing and the biggest game changer for me was biohacking. I know that word sounds intense, but it's not. Biohacking is simply simply learning how to support your body and your mind so you can operate at your best. Not in a hustle way, not in a I'm just going to power through this, but in a take care of yourself like you are the most valuable person in the world way, because you are the MVP of your life. When I was deep in burnout, I had no energy left at the end of the day. I had constant brain fog. My sleep was wrecked. My digestion was off. I felt like I was dragging myself through my life, and I was not a good mom or a good wife. I wanted to be, but I had nothing mentally or physically left to give at the end of the day. So I started to biohack in small ways. I prioritized sleep and hydration. I shifted my nutrition to support my energy instead of depleting it. And I started using targeted supplements, high quality protein to stabilize my blood sugar and keep me fueled throughout the day, probiotics to support my gut health and reduce inflammation, collagen to help both my skin, joints, and overall recovery. And I've found amazing supplements to help me curb those sugar cravings and prevent energy crashes. Because if you're like me, you crave those sugars when you get stressed, and you may or may not eat the entire thing of Oreos because you are stressed and that sugar just keeps coming, and then you crash hard. So these are the exact tools that I still use today, and the ones that I share with my clients inside a few of my favorite things on my website. I know it's corny, but go check it out. You can go check it out at www.shannonhoward.us/product. I share a few of my favorite things that have helped support me to not only be my best person on a daily basis, but also biohack my system and show up as my best self. So within a few weeks, I did notice a few remarkable things. My energy came back. My mood, holy buckets, my mood finally stabilized. I was no longer Miss High, Miss Low, Miss Where are you going? I stopped snapping at my family. And this is a hard one to talk about. I snapped at them because they were what was left at the end of the day, and they got the worst of me. I actually wanted to finally start moving my body again, and I felt like myself again. That's the power of biohacking. It's reclaiming the energy, the mental load stole from you throughout all of these years. And that's what I want for you too. So in the next section, I am going to give you the full blueprint that I share with my coaching clients to reset, reclaim, and thrive. We're going to tie this all together. So stay with me. Here is the blueprint that I give to every client who comes to me, who's feeling depleted by the mental load. And friend, this works. I know because I've lived it. Step 1, awareness. Write it down. Take out a piece of paper, write it down. Get everything that's in your brain onto that paper. Seeing it all laid out in front of you actually helps you realize just how much you're carrying. Step 2, boundaries. You don't have to do it all. You don't have to say yes to every single request. You are allowed to say, no, that does not work for me. Protect your energy like it's your most valuable asset that you own, because it is. You are the MVP of your life. Step 3, simplify and systemize. Automate whatever you can. Meal planning, grocery delivering, online bill pay, using a shared calendar. Anything that removes daily decision fatigue is a win. Step 4, biohack your burnout. Support your body so your body can actually support you. I'm talking hydration, sleep. Move your body in a fun, healthy way. I do these goofy dance workouts because they make me happy, and I'm getting my body moving movement in. And I love walking. And layer in tools like gut health support, protein for energy, collagen for strength, reduce your sugar cravings. My go-to favorites again are at www.shannonhoward.us/products. Step 5, get support. You were never meant to carry all of this alone. You deserve a mentor, a guide, a community. And that's why I created my Clarity and Confidence coaching program for high achieving women just like you, who are ready to lead themselves first so they can lead others. If you're thinking, Shannon, this is me, I'm ready, go to go.shannonhoward.us/VSL and apply. Let me leave you with this. You deserve to wake up rested. You deserve to show up as the best damn version of yourself for you, for your family, for your team. And out of all of that, most importantly, for you. You deserve a life that feels good, not just one that looks good. You are not stuck. You are not too far gone. You are not behind. You are one. And I'm talking one decision away from creating a whole new story. You've already taken the first step by being here with me today. So thank you for spending this sacred time with me. If this resonated, screenshot this episode, tag me on social, DM me, or share it with another woman who needs this conversation. Again, check out all my burnout recovery tools at www.shannonhoward.us/products or apply for coaching at go.shannonhoward.us/VSL. You were made to lead. You were made to thrive. And until next time, my friend, stay grounded, stay powerful, and stay in your brilliance. I will see you in the next episode.